The Tale of Anansi and the Box of Stories. Once upon a time, in the vibrant land of Ghana, there lived a spider named Anansi. Known far and wide for his cleverness and trickery, Anansi was always coming up with new schemes and adventures. Despite his many exploits, there was one thing that Anansi yearned for more than anything else in the world: the stories of the world. In those days, all the stories were kept in a beautiful golden box high up in the heavens, guarded by Nyame, the mighty sky god. Anansi often gazed longingly at the sky, dreaming of the stories he had heard about. He imagined how wonderful it would be to share these stories with everyone, filling their lives with joy and wisdom. One day, Anansi decided that he would do whatever it took to bring the stories down to the earth. Determined, he spun a web that reached up into the sky, climbing higher and higher until he reached the palace of Nyame. Nyame sat on his throne, which was made of clouds, and looked out over the vast heavens. Anansi, feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness, approached Nyame and bowed deeply. "O mighty Nyame," Anansi began with a respectful tone, "I have come to ask for the box of stories that you keep hidden away. I wish to share these stories with all the people of the world." Nyame regarded Anansi with a thoughtful expression. "Why should I give you the box of stories, Anansi? Many have asked for it before, but none have succeeded in bringing it to me." Anansi, not one to be easily discouraged, replied, "If I can bring you 4 things you desire most, will you give me the box of stories?" Nyame's curiosity was piqued. "Very well, Anansi. If you can bring me Onini the Python, Osebo the Leopard, Mmoatia the Fairy, and Mmoboro the Hornets, I will give you the box of stories." With a sense of purpose, Anansi set off to capture the 4 creatures. First on his list was Onini the Python. Anansi found Onini basking in the sun on a riverbank, his enormous body stretching out in the warm rays. Anansi approached Onini with a friendly demeanor. "Onini," he said, "I have a disagreement with my wife about how long you are. She believes you are shorter than this stick, but I say you are longer. Could you help us settle this argument?" Onini, flattered by the attention, agreed. "Of course, Anansi. Lay the stick beside me, and we shall see." Anansi placed the stick next to Onini and quickly used his web to tie the python to the stick, effectively immobilizing him. With Onini securely bound, Anansi carried the python back to Nyame. Next, Anansi set his sights on Osebo the Leopard. He found Osebo prowling through the dense jungle, his sharp eyes scanning for prey. Anansi called out, "Osebo, I need your help. I've dug a pit to catch animals, but it is not deep enough. Could you jump in to see if it is deep enough?" Osebo, curious and eager to assist, leaped into the pit. As soon as he was inside, Anansi covered the pit with a net made from his web, trapping the leopard. Anansi then took Osebo to Nyame. The 3rd creature on Anansi's list was Mmoatia the Fairy. To capture her, Anansi carved a wooden doll and coated it with sticky sap. He placed the doll under a tree where Mmoatia often played, and set a yam in its hand. When Mmoatia arrived, she saw the yam and asked the doll if she could have some. The doll did not reply, which angered Mmoatia. She slapped the doll, only to find her hand stuck fast. She slapped it again with her other hand, and soon both hands were stuck. Anansi arrived and easily captured Mmoatia, bringing her to Nyame. The final task was to capture Mmoboro the Hornets. Anansi filled a gourd with water and poured some over himself, pretending that it was raining. He called out to the hornets, "Mmoboro, the rain is coming. Quick, fly into this gourd to stay dry." The hornets, believing Anansi's ruse, flew into the gourd to escape the rain. Anansi quickly sealed the gourd and carried the hornets to Nyame. Anansi returned to Nyame with Onini the Python, Osebo the Leopard, Mmoatia the Fairy, and Mmoboro the Hornets. Nyame was impressed with Anansi's success and agreed to fulfill his promise. "You have achieved what many could not, Anansi. As promised, the box of stories is yours. Anansi carefully took the golden box and began his descent back to earth. When he opened the box, stories of every kind poured out, spreading throughout the world. People everywhere were enchanted by the tales, which brought laughter, lessons, and wonder into their lives. From that day on, the world was filled with stories to be told, shared, and cherished, all thanks to Anansi's cleverness and perseverance. The tale of Anansi and the box of stories reminds us of the power of determination and the importance of sharing wisdom with others. And so, Anansi's legacy lived on through the stories that connected people across the world, celebrating the richness of imagination and the joy of storytelling.